What's going on, guys? My name is Aldenero and welcome to episode 117, I think, of my FIFA 15 career mode with Manchester United. We're nearing the end of this season now. We're coming up against Bayern Munich at the start of this episode, where we are currently locked in a 1-1 tie. We got the away goal at the Allianz Arena last time out, so a 0-0 draw favours us going into this game. But I knew that Bayern Munich would have upped their game, because whenever you come up against any team in the second leg of any game on FIFA 15, they're always incredible, and they're always like just completely different to the way that they were before, and that's kind of fair enough, I suppose. Bayern are kind of a weird team. Like, they're very hard to break down, obviously, because of their 5 at the back formation there that they have. But at the same time, I have a really good record against them, and I don't think that they've ever beaten me. So I came into this game feeling relatively confident. And in the 7th minute, the ball came to Kister, the player who is going to join us in the summer, and his chance was almost put into the back of the net, was saved by David De Gea. Then 10 minutes later, they came forward again with Schweinsteiger on the ball, who must be like 37 or something at this point. He plays it into Kister, who finds Lewandowski, whose shot is saved by the keeper and then cleared away. I think it's funny, like, that Lewandowski's still in the Bayern team, just because of Pep Guardiola's tendency to rapidly change strikers. Like, I remember they had Zlatan. He went through Zlatan, Samuel Eto'o, David Villa in there as well. Like, he's had several strikers, obviously. Mandzukic and Lewandowski both were strikers he had at Bayern Munich, and just the idea that Lewandowski will still be playing for Guardiola in the year 2020, I just don't really see that happening. But Villalba came through on goal in the 40th minute and had the opportunity to give us the lead, but sadly for us it wasn't taken. And then in the 42nd minute, the ball comes through to Andre Schürrle, whose shot was blocked amazingly by Dante before it went in. But it was some good play by Schürrle as well, I thought. But Bayern came forward 2 minutes after that with Götze on the ball, as he plays it into Lewandowski, who's out wide on the right hand side of the pitch. He goes back to Philip Lahm, who is literally like 47 years old now. He plays it into Mario Götze, who finds Kister in the middle. He plays it across the face of goal to Alaba, who comes in, and his shot gets blocked out for a corner kick with a really good defensive block. I love timing those correctly and getting them right. But from the corner, Bayern attacked a little bit more, and Götze did manage to finish the chances. He was teed up from David Alaba in defence, or sorry, well, the defender. And Bayern take the lead. They get themselves an away goal, and it was Mario Götze who scored it, and that was incredibly disappointing. But Daniel Kister actually went through the advertising board there. That was really weird. But we almost responded immediately with Schürrle's shot going just wide as he took a shot from distance. And then we came forward in the 56th minute with Chalobah coming forward. You know, it's really annoying when you run forward with a player like that, and the striker and the wingers just run away from the ball, like, or they don't get into the box, they don't take up a good position. But needless to say, Timo Huppertz picked the ball up on the wing, ran into the middle and scored, with his shot actually going through the legs of Manuel Neuer, just like Paulo Dybala's goal did in the last episode. But we made a substitution in the 64th minute with Memphis Depay coming back from injury, like his long-awaited return. I actually didn't think he'd be back as soon as he was, but thankfully for us he was, because he's been a really good player for us since he's joined. But Bayern came forward in the 72nd minute with Kister playing the ball into Neymar, who goes so close the first time around, and the rebound I was so sure was in the back of the net. Like, I was really disappointed at the time, but thankfully it didn't manage to go in. But Memphis Depay picks the ball up on the left hand side in the 87th minute, and he comes towards the Bayern Munich goal as he does the Ronaldo chop to get around Muller, and gets into a great position before seeing his shot hit off Villalba, his own player blocking his shot, stopping us from scoring, which was so frustrating. But in the 95th minute, we obviously went into extra time, as that was required to see this game through, because of the fact that both teams had the away goal and the home goal at this point. But Timo Huppertz comes forward in the 100th minute, so close to giving us the lead, but Neuer was there with the save, and we had 2 golden opportunities in the space of 5 minutes then. And 5 minutes later, we'd have another opportunity with Memphis Depay coming forward, trying to break down Bayern's rigid defences. He plays it into Villalba, who really should have given us the lead there, but I don't know what is wrong with Hector Villalba at the moment. Like, he just couldn't even buy a goal. But we come up to the 111th minute with Weirak picking the ball up for Bayern Munich before he plays it out to Schweinsteiger, who is quite clearly tiring rapidly. Weirak plays it into Neymar, and the Brazilian striker chips the goalkeeper to give Bayern Munich another away goal and seal what would in all probability be a victory for Bayern Munich. Like, so unbelievable. I was so mad. Like, I don't know, it was one of those moves where it just felt as though the AI was going to score regardless of what I did, and sadly, as a result of that, we exit the Champions League, perhaps prematurely, as we suffer defeat to Bayern Munich for the first time ever in this series. quite frustrating, I would say. We come up against Swansea City in our next game. This is back in the league. We still have our position in the FA Cup intact, and we still have a good position in the league. Obviously, like, you know, if we don't win the league, I'll be very, very surprised. The FA Cup, on the other hand, I don't know about. We're playing Aston Villa in the semi-final, which will be my first trip to Wembley of the entire series. But in the 10th minute of this game against Swansea, Levi's header hit off the crossbar, and then we did eventually manage to clear it, as Swansea did try and keep their move going. Then we come to the 18th minute of the game with Memphis Depay on the ball, as he takes it down the left-hand side of the pitch before getting round Kamara, obviously the former Leicester City player, and then Depay's shot was saved. Sadly, the move couldn't be kept alive any longer than that. But Swansea's clearance was so bad, it came straight to Javier Hernandez. He played it into Memphis Depay, who gets brought down inside the box by, I believe it was Jack Cork who took him down. But the referee gives a penalty and a yellow card, which is fair enough, really. There was no replay of this penalty, though, which is really annoying when that happens, because I always feel like you need the replay just to judge it for yourself. But Javier Hernandez steps up from the spot and he gives us the lead, and pretty much our first move forward of the game did lead to that penalty, because Swansea were kind of dominating possession before that. But in the 37th minute, Swansea came forward with Sigurdsson on the ball, his shot being saved by the keeper and then cleared away by the defence eventually. But we come up to the second half with Memphis Depay on the ball. He plays it out to Rojo, who I believe was debutising at left back in this game because of the Champions League game in midweek, which tired out a lot of the players. But Memphis Depay does really well to evade the tackle of Dyer, and then does a Ronaldo chop. And to be honest, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing with this whole move here. But it eventually did lead to a shot which hit off the post, which I found incredible. It's just Memphis Depay is such a fun player to use because of his dribbling ability and his skills. His shooting, though, as demonstrated by that effort, could do with a little bit of improving. But we come up to the hour mark of the game with Kamara on the ball, as he has a look up inside the box and plays it in towards Sigurdsson, and some shambolic defending leads to a Swansea City chance as it comes to Levi. His volley saved by David De Gea, and eventually we just calmly pass it out of defence before going into a counter-attack of our own as we come up to Dybala on the ball as he approaches the halfway line and does quite well to get round the fullback there for Swansea City, and then approaches the goal, taking it round every single defender before passing it across the face of goal into Memphis Depay, who gives us a second goal of the game. And it was all Dybala, really, all the work in that goal, which was pretty good. And then we come up to the 75th minute of the game with Jeffrey Schlupp on the ball as he just takes a charge at the Swansea City defence without any real end game, but he does really well with the footwork to get into the opportunity to score. But the goalkeeper palmed it away and it was put out for a corner kick, which would be taken, I think, by who took the corner kick? Memphis Depay actually took it, which is weird because his crossing isn't that good. It doesn't matter though, because Chris Smalling still managed to get his head on the ball and make it 3-0 to us, which was kind of an unfair like scoreline for Swansea City. Like, they didn't deserve to go that far behind, but what are you going to do? Like, I'm really happy with that result anyways. Then we come up against Crystal Palace in our next game, who are always really, really difficult to play against, but we always get the win. I think I've said that like several times, but they're just so strange with the team. Obviously their team is pretty much the exact same as it is at the very, very start of the game, despite them having suffered two relegations, I think. But our team has got Villalba, Wayne Rooney, Lingard, Timo Huppertz. I decided to put Memphis Depay on the bench just because he was a little bit tired and all these games are coming in quick and fast. But we're only going to have about 3 episodes from now until the end of this season. And then we're going to come back with United having kissed their... that sounds like it's a thing that I'm going to do, like having kissed her. Yeah, who am I talking about there? Having Daniel Kister, James Rodriguez and a couple other players. But check out this fucking tackle from Michael Keane here on Villalba. I don't know how this wasn't a red card, because like he goes off, it's in the rain obviously, so if you make a reckless tackle like that, you're a little bit more likely to do some damage. But the replay on it, it's on Villalba as well, his former teammate. But look at that, he leaves both feet off the ground, he goes in, studs up, like that's surely a red card. Wayne Rooney stands over the free kick, he takes it, and the goalkeeper has to struggle to keep the ball out of the goal. And I just think Michael Keane should have definitely gotten booked there. But we come up to the hour mark of this game, and Memphis Depay's Memphis Depay's entrance into the game was called upon because of the fact that we were playing so badly, and his shot in the 62nd minute almost did give us the lead. But then we come up to the 66th minute with Rojo taking the ball down the left hand side as he plays at left back once more. Did quite well to take the ball around Richie Delat there and play it into Memphis Depay, whose header goes just over. But since his entrance in the game, we have been getting closer and closer, and the goal kick from that header comes out towards Wayne Rooney. It's intercepted by Alberto Jordan in midfield, who plays it into Hector Villalba. He finds Memphis Depay in a great position, who takes it round Michael Keane, and puts the ball into the back of the net and makes it 1-0 to us. So pretty much the correct substitution to make. I fucking love Memphis Depay. He's so good. Like, I can't believe he's only rated 82 or whatever he is, because he plays like probably the best player that I've used in the series so far, just in terms of his dribbling ability. He's like Wilfried Zaha, except like really, really, really good. And he makes 2-0 in the 78th minute with another amazing goal. This time it was with his left foot as well, as he came forward and managed to make it 2-0. And that's a good scoreline to beat Palace by, because they are really good and we are away from home as well. But yeah, I just thought that was a really, really nice finish, the way he got it. Like, his finishing itself is quite elastic. You never really know what you're going to get when he hits the ball. But in this instance, I don't know, like, he played really well. He made a brilliant impact on the game. And that's how that game ended, a 2-0 victory for us. So we've played quite well. It's really disappointing to have been knocked out of the Champions League in those types of circumstances. But hopefully we can get the FA Cup and the League, and then challenge for the Champions League again next season. And we'll see how that all works out. That's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be much appreciated. I've been El Dinero. Thanks for watching.